Good afternoon from Austin. I feel like I have my Everbad. I feel like my press badge.
Mine.
That's my press badge. I'm here with Heather Wadland, director.
Hi.
So Heather,
Yes.
the first thing that you notice about Heather, obviously, is that she's gorgeous.
Thank you. You're very
Step
sweet.
number one. But then, as I got to know you, so I should back up and say, I got introduced to Heather by Jen, who signed me up with Heather, and she signs you on like to a couple friends' groups to kind of get the lay of the land, get a taste of what people are doing. So she put me in Heather's group. So obviously, first thing you notice is that she's gorgeous. Second thing that you notice is that you're just such a sweetheart. You just have a soft, kind heart. You're just so empathetic, so thoughtful. You know, you love all the animals. You're just very authentic and very modest. So just like a sweetheart of a person.
Thank you.
And then the third thing you notice about Heather, as you watch her page and you're like, okay, she's gorgeous, but I can't hate her because she's such a sweetheart, is that she's hilarious. So she has a very wicked sense of humor, which was sort of unexpected because it's not like a sweet little demure sense of humor that goes with the sweetheart part. It's like sort of a little wicked
twisted.
streak.
It's a little bit twisted.
It's a little naughty.
Yeah.
So, so I wanted to introduce you to Heather because I love her.
Were you around for my Elf on the Shelf post that I do every December?
I saw her elf. She's got the naughty elf on the shelf.
Well, not as naughty as they could be, but and that's where I do have a line that I do draw. So.
Wicked.
Wait for this year. I've already got some in the works. So.
And Heather just was nominated in the top 3 for Spirit of Leadership Award with Ever. Did you know that was coming?
I had no idea. In fact, Jen Orlando, she said she was watching me from stage and I was drinking some water when it happened. She said she thought I was going to choke. I thought it was a mistake.
Really?
I truly did. I did not expect it at all. And that even one person would vote for me meant a lot. So
well, I voted for you.
Thank you. I'll send her that money later.
The 3 reasons I listed above. So, first question, just to get a little bit of your background.
Sure.
I know that you used to live in Washington State. We talked about that before. You came from Alpine and recently moved to Utah, right?
Yeah, I've been all over. Grew up in Texas, San Antonio, spent a tiny bit of time in West Texas, then ended up in New Orleans for college, then Houston for a good chunk of my adult life, then Florida, where I met my husband who was living in Seattle.
Oh.
And so we moved from Florida to Seattle, and then we got married and had a baby, and then we moved to West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Because who doesn't move to West Virginia from Seattle? We were there for a year and a half, and right, and then it was gorgeous actually. So from there we moved back to Texas to a small town a couple hours south of here. We spent 3 years there, and now we're in Salt Lake City, Utah, which I love. I could be the ambassador.
Yeah, you should.
Utah.
I'm like I actually lived in like Clearwater, Utah for like 3 months one time, and
where that
I
is.
wasn't super excited. It's a little bit north of Salt Lake City, like a half hour or something. I think it was Clearwater.
You gotta come to this city.
Something like that. But your posts make it look lovely.
It's
I'm like,
amazing.
oh my god, that looks. I want to live. I didn't feel that way when I lived there. Although the mountains were it's so weird. Not like Seattle. So if you ever go to Utah, like Washington's like. And then we get hills, and then bigger hills, and then we get like mountains, right? In Utah, I feel like it's.
Yeah, we live on a mountain.
It's just like you could almost see like the line where it stops going flat and starts going
It's
straight
true.
up.
It's true. Our house is actually built into a hill, or a mountain hill. It's really neat.
So that was just interesting, and I thought there might be a story behind that, but it sounds like a bunch of different stories for why you ended up in each of the places.
It's moving jobs.
And the husband and his job. And
but this is a new company for us, so I hope we're there forever, or at least until our little one graduates from high school. So that's a long ways off.
And then, what did you do? What was your previous profession before you were with Ever?
Before I was with Ever, I was a stay-at-home mom, which I loved doing.
I thought I saw you were a Pilates instructor.
I was a lifetime ago. I was a Pilates. So my real background is with corporate America.
Okay.
And I've worked for Purina in the veterinary medicine department, which was so amazing.
Pardon the background noise.
Yeah, it's really loud. Should we come in a little bit? I worked for Purina for a while, which was a great company. And then I ended up in the cellular world.
Okay.
So I negotiated contracts. I was on the corporate side. and I negotiated contracts with large firms, hospitals. Remember Arthur Anderson? And then it became Anderson Consulting,
Oh my gosh.
Accenture,
I didn't know that.
PricewaterhouseCoopers. Yeah. So it was kind of back when, right when cellular, it was going from becoming a luxury to a necessity.
Okay.
It was a good time to be in cellular. It
Okay.
was. And then the company kept getting sold.
All right.
And by the time we got to AT&T, I left, and I ended up going back to school, if you will, to become a Pilates instructor.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Big
so it was
switch.
like a 14-month full-time gig.
Had background about it.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
had to do an apprenticeship for 6 months, and it was so fun. It was the first time I ever felt like, I can't believe I'm getting paid to do this.
Yes.
And it didn't feel like going to work. So that was great. That was great.
And then how did you come to Evan?
So this is, I knew nobody that used Ever, no one. I
Okay.
didn't know anybody who sold Ever. I was looking for peels, for facial peels,
Okay.
because it's a long story, so I won't get too into it, but I was about to
Right.
run out of the kind that I'd been using for years, and I wasn't going to have access to anymore.
Okay.
Ever, it was so new, it kept popping up, but I'd never heard of it. So I was like, well, I've never heard of this, I'm not going to try this peel, and this is for your Washington viewers, especially your Seattle viewers, they're going to cringe when I say this. But I was like, it's botanically derived. How is that going to work? Like, bring on the glycolic acid. I need the chemicals, which is horrible. And now I know better. But I kept doing searches, and over the course of probably 5-6 months, Ever kept popping up on the radar. I started to see more before and afters, and then when they won the Allure Best in Beauty Award,
Oh, and you
I
took them
was
seriously.
like, okay,
They're for real.
That's
They're
actually
legit.
that's how I found my hairdresser in Seattle. Was
Really?
she had like top person in Seattle to go get your hair cut, and I can't remember her name right now, or I give her a plug.
Give her a
But
shot. If you remember later, you
yeah,
can
I'll let you
comment.
know. I'll let you know. Stacy, I believe. Anyway, I digress. So I thought, you know what? I'll order these peels, and I did, and I liked them, and so. I started running low on my face wash, so I started to buy the face wash, and I really liked that. And then I saw that I could.
I was a tiptoer too.
Yeah,
I was
I
not a jump
totally
inner. I was like, I'll try
no.
this and this. Oh, I like
I
it.
was
I want to try that now.
Skeptical, like very
Yeah,
skeptical.
me
I
too.
did not expect it to work, and I did not expect to like it. And then I saw that I could sign up to be a specialist to get a 25% discount. Well, I'll sign up for anything for a discount. I really will. I'm like, oh, I can save some money. Okay. So I did that. I did the $79 kit, which
That's what I did.
yeah, and I was going to say, I mean, if it's something that you're actually interested in doing, I wouldn't recommend that one. 'Cause
No.
all you get is paperwork.
No.
But I got a discount, and
That's because we're tiptoers.
tiptoers.
Jumpers
Yeah,
get a better deal because we didn't get a good deal on product.
completely right, right. I mean, and I should have just bought a kit, but I wasn't going to sell it. I
Right.
had no intention of sharing ever with anyone. The only reason I called my mentor was because I ended up buying overnight facial oil, and I had no idea how to use it within my regimen.
Okay.
And so I called her. We set up a time to chat. Linda Patrick, who's fabulous, and she explained it to me. And I told her, I was like, "Look, I'm just doing this for the discount. I have no intention of selling." And she's like, "That's fine, but just so you know, in case anybody like asks you about it, here's what you can do to earn
Right.
free things." And within 30 days, less than 30 days of me actually using the whole regimen,
Yes.
and people were stopping me, strangers in the grocery store, at school drop-off, asking me what I was using on my skin, which was flattering, but then I was also a little offended because I'd been spending like serious cash on stuff that you had to be a doctor to get your hands on. And I was like, so what I noticed was I was getting comparable results, but without the redness and the irritation.
Right.
Which again, I didn't mind. I'm a Texas girl. We're like, oh, the motor oil is going to make me look better. Well, let's put it on my face. So I didn't mind
Yes.
but I wasn't getting the harshness
you got better results
and the
with this,
irritation.
yeah.
And so I was like, well, yeah, I can help you buy it, sure. And it just snowballed. And then I had this nice little client base within a couple of weeks, really. And then I was not going to have a team because I'm not going to go ask people to do. Why would I ask anybody to do this, right? People started signing up. Hey, Heather, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I just signed up under you to start selling Ever. I was like,
Wow.
really? Why would you do that? Okay. And it snowballed, and it fell into my lap. And when I realized what the potential was, that's when I got myself to a boot camp up in DC. So it was the cheapest airline ticket I could find on Southwest. I was there for one night, and I have made so many bad decisions in my life. I will tell you that right now, but this is not one of them. This is, like, aside from having my child, this is one of those.
Okay, so that is a great lead-in, because my next question was, what has being part of Ever meant to you?
Oh.
Like, what have you gotten out of it? What's this whole journey been like?
So much. I mean, I just wanted 25% off my skincare.
Right.
And
you got so much more.
I did. And you know, even if I was barely making any money a month, I'd still love this and still have fun, because I have this community of women,
right,
and we become friends. We don't live in the same state. We don't live in the same city. When you're a stay-at-home mom especially, it can be very isolating. Yeah. This is the first year my child is really off and at school all day, so...
And he's in kindergarten?
He's in kinder, yeah, full-day kinder. And it's just nice, you know, like I said, we have moved a lot. When we did this last move, it was not scary at all to me, because I had interaction with my friends every day anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't feel alone.
I can see that.
Nothing. I mean, it's an opportunity. Yeah. And then some people thought, well, gosh, you have to start all over again. But really, I didn't have a lot of local customers. I mean, I had probably 6 or 7, but the bulk of them were across the country. And now, when somebody says, "Oh, you're new to Utah, hi, welcome. You know, do you work?" Before, I may have said, "Oh no, I'm a stay-at-home. I'm going to kind of do this skincare thing on the side." But now I'm like, I do. I actually have a skincare business, and everybody wants to talk about that. So it's fun.
Yeah.
It's brought some confidence back into my life that I didn't realize was missing.
Yes, me too.
I'd forgotten that I was a goal-oriented person. I mean, I used to always have a goal. And for the last 6 years, I haven't. It's been to make sure my child is fed and alive at the end of the day.
And I always feel like with parenting, you don't exactly always feel like you're failing, but you just, like, you're struggling with a problem, and then another problem comes up. And by the time that old problem is finished, you're like not even thinking. You're thinking about, and you forget that it used to take you 10 minutes to get your goddamn your gosh darn kid in the car seat, you know, and you forgot that that's an issue because now they eat nothing but string cheese.
Right.
And that's what you're focused on.
Right.
And you kind of always feel like you're not getting anywhere, you're not an expert, because they're always changing and it's always a new problem. And I don't know, it's just a different way of thinking, and I've just enjoyed learning through this past year that I've been, excuse me. Yes, I know my storage is almost full, I'm bad. I need to clean it up.
I know, me too. When you're a mom, nobody's like, you are doing an amazing job today. You know,
let's celebrate you.
Let me post something on your Facebook wall about how fabulous you are. Yeah.
Good job, Heather.
But where's my this? And are we out of catch? It's always something.
It's always something.
It's nice to know you're doing something right.
Yes, it's a different way. It's a different way of being in the world, and I get that. So one of my other questions: what was your favorite part of Hoopla? Since we're here in Austin and Hoopla.
It's so inspiring. I'm exhausted today. I usually am asleep by 9 o'clock, and I've been up until well past midnight every night we've been here.
Yes.
It's so inspiring. Just the takeaway and the energy is amazing. But getting to connect in person with my friends, I mean, that's it. And then of course seeing what's coming up.
Yes. Mine.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't posted very much online because we've just been so busy, but I will be. I'll tell you everything. Don't worry.
It's good stuff.
And
it's game changer.
Yeah. So, and what's your favorite ever product and why?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's hard.
Yes,
it's like asking who's your favorite child. I only have one child, so that's
easy
but
for you.
I honestly, I think the one that, aside from overnight facial oil, especially in Utah, I use that every night now.
Okay.
But is daylight. I had never been able to find, because I'm kind of oily, I had never been able to find a daytime sunscreen that I really loved. I'd still use it every day, but I was constantly blotting or whatnot. I really love daylight.
That's funny, because, you know, Jen, who signed me up, probably her favorite, she definitely loved it and was talking it up. And when I first started, I was like,
it's moisturizer with sunscreen.
And then as I used it more and more, and also the diffusing particles that just kind of give you that little extra something.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh. And it's not, you know, I hate the feeling of foundation personally. Like it just feels
I don't wear
disgusting to
it.
me. So but it gives you a tiny bit of coverage, but you still look natural. It's a little sheer, so it's not like this, you know, pancakey situation. It doesn't feel gross, and then you're getting the sun protection without the stickiness. And sorry, I'm going on
And
about
all
the
the icky
product, but it really,
chemicals,
I've
so-
like come to really also come around to being like, oh yeah, I really like this stuff. This
Right.
is one of my favorites now. Which when I first got it, I was sort of underwhelmed.
It's a can't live without product. Like,
Although, you know, and one of the other reasons I think I was underwhelmed is it is an oil-free moisturizer, and it's not like super hydrating. So before I came to Ever, I used the same moisturizer morning and night. And so to come and, you know, and then again, I didn't sign up with the whole, I didn't
Right.
jump. So it was one of the first things I got. What we don't have it anymore, but the Regimen Light.
right.
And I was like, this is not enough moisture for me. And the problem was I wasn't doing the whole thing, and I wasn't doing the evening. And it was like, once I did the whole regimen, it's plenty of moisture for me.
It is. And I will tell, like, here's a little secret. In the wintertime, I actually use the nighttime moisturizer in the morning.
Yes.
And then I put my daylight
Yes,
on.
and the really
So,
dry, and I
yeah.
don't know, is Utah dry?
It's dry,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the, like, for me, the really dry months, I do put a little bit on.
And it's
Oh, look,
okay.
Sarah Pyle's on here.
Hi, Sarah. We miss you.
Yes, we wish you could have been here.
I know. She's our keep gal. She can hook you up.
And she also does, she's helped me with some sort of graphic design
Oh, nice.
things too,
Nice.
along the way.
Very nice.
Sweetheart. So I think that's it. Is
All
there
right.
anything else that we wanted to talk about? Did you like Austin? You've been here before. You're
Yes,
from Texas.
yeah, I'm from Texas, so it was fun to get back. I mean, I don't miss this humidity, but it's a fun place to be. It's been nice. Yeah.
So
Thanks
excited
for,
that you were
thanks
came
for
on.
asking me to do this. This was very
My
sweet.
show,
I'm
the Erin
very
show.
flattered. The Erin show. Very.
Aw.
Thanks, Sarah.
All right. Any questions for Heather? Put them in the comments, and if she doesn't get back to them, I'll tag her.
Oh
and make
yeah,
sure she
tag
sees
me,
them.
please. Yeah, because I'm going to be in the airport for a while tonight. So
Yes.
do it. Bye, everybody.
Bye.